Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Simply for Wellness. I'm your host Bridget, and today we're going to be talking about healing, where to start, what is healing, what healing looks like, and I'm just going to be sharing my personal experience and how I went about my healing journey so you guys can start your healing journey as well. Like always, before we get into today's episode, I'm going to give you guys a quick little update. As you guys know, I didn't post last week. You guys, I feel like by now you guys know how I am. I finally figured out what's been happening, and it's because my room is super hot. And you know how sometimes when it's like really hot, you don't have the energy to do anything? That's what's been happening to me. So because I chose not to have an AC in my room, I chose to suffer with this little fan and my window. But I'm the type of person that I like to have my room looking aesthetically pleasing. So I love to look outside my window in the morning, in the nighttime. I'm just that type of person. My house is cold. Like they have an AC in the room. My brother has an AC in their room. So like the house is really cold. And when I'm in the living room, when I'm in my house, I'm like very motivated. But as soon as I get into my room, all of that productivity, all that energy goes out the window. I'm just like, oh, why is it so hot in here? But yeah, I did it to myself. So there's no one else to blame for my own. But yeah, besides that, I've been just working and enjoying my summer. And honestly, the summer's going by really fast. My birthday's around the corner and I still don't know what I want to do. As you guys know, my birthday's in August. I am a Leo baby. Yeah, my birthday's in August 16. Yeah, I still haven't planned. As a Leo, I'm very disappointed in myself because I usually plan my birthday like 5 months in advance, or if not 2 months in advance. As of lately, it's been very last minute. I've been trying to just figure out what I'm going to do for my birthday. And yeah, so I'll keep you guys updated on that, on what I end up planning to do for my birthday. Oh, and also my therapist sent me the stone name for the mala beads. So it's actually fancy jasper stones. Yeah, so she had sent me the name of the jasper stones, so now I'm able to start meditating with them. So I'll also give you guys an update about that next week too. So I hope that was a quick little update for you guys. I've been trying to cut down the time, but yeah, let's just get straight into today's episode. So the inspiration for this week's episode is actually, I was on the phone with my best friend. This was one of the FaceTime calls that we haven't talked in so long, and we just kind of like catch up with each other and what's been going on. So she's been kind of catching me up on what's been going on in her love life. So I was just like listening. And one thing that stuck out to me that she said was, healing is something that we are constantly doing. We're always healing. Healing is a lifetime thing. So she had said that, and I was like, yeah, that is very true. Like healing is a lifetime thing. When it was my turn to go to share my experience, or like what's been going on, not experience, but like basically just share what's been going on in my life and giving her a little update about my life too. She had congratulated me and was very proud of me. Like I had explained a situation to her, and she was just like, whoa, like I'm so proud of you, Bridget, because this is a healed you. This is a healed version of you. And I can't believe you actually just implemented and kept implementing those techniques that you've learned and that you worked so hard for. She didn't say it in those exact words, but like she basically was just very proud of me and how I now handle certain situations now. And I don't resort back to the old Bridget, and I resort to the healed Bridget, and I like to go about situations with the healed version of myself. So she had said that, and right there I was just like, yeah, like I want to talk about like healing and what healing looks like and what healing was like for me. So yeah, so that's today's inspiration for today's episode. So we're just gonna get right into it. So the very first step when it comes to healing is wanting to heal for yourself. A lot of the times when we start to want to heal, we heal for the wrong reasons. We heal because we want to be back with X, Y, and Z. We heal because we want to prove others wrong. Whatever the case may be, whatever your reasoning is, it's not for the right reason. So when you're ready to heal for yourself, tell yourself that this is what you owe yourself. That is when the healing journey begins, because this is what you want to do for yourself. This is what you want to do to become a better person. So the fact that you're sitting here watching this video, or wherever you are, reading a book, or telling yourself that you want to heal for yourself, you should be very proud of yourself. Not a lot of people want to heal, and that's bad. A lot of people want to stay in toxic habits, toxic lifestyles. They like to stay in that little toxic energy, and that's not healthy. We should want to work on ourselves and want to evolve and want to become a better person. So if you're watching this video, I'm very proud of yourself because you clicked on this video and you want to become a better person and you want to heal. You want to do better. So yeah, I'm proud of you. The second step is, what are we healing from? And when we think of healing, a lot of people think of healing as healing from a relationship, healing from a breakup. No, healing doesn't have to only just be healing from a heartbreak, from a breakup. Healing could be healing from a traumatic experience that you encountered when you were younger, from loss of a loved one, illness, whatever the case may be. We're healing from something and we want to get better. But oftentimes when we do talk about healing and becoming a better person, it does come from relationship heartbreak, or let's say you went out and you did something that you weren't very proud of, or you kind of just embarrass yourself. You're kind of healing that and not looking back at that. There's many different things that we can be healing from. So healing doesn't always have to resort from relationships. So once we figure out what we're healing from, then we start to understand our triggers. Triggers are something that we always want to keep in mind, and triggers are something that happens all the time and something that we have to learn to work with. What are triggers? So a trigger is a stimulus that causes a painful memory to resurface. So when I had looked up the definition of what a trigger is, that's the definition that had came up on Google. In simpler words, a trigger is something that reminds you of a traumatic experience. So that's basically what a trigger is in summed up words. Understanding our trigger is vital when it comes to the healing journey, because when we understand our triggers, we know how to work with it and we know how to avoid it. I'm gonna give you an example what a trigger looks like. All those things that you've been healing from your past relationship, you're not trying to carry that onto your next relationship. You learned the things that you don't want in your next relationship. You understand that you don't want X, Y, and Z to happen. Now you understand yourself more and what bothers you. You're watching this movie, right, with your partner, and it happens to be about this couple that's very toxic, and it happens to remind you of your last relationship, right? That's a trigger right there. This girl's watching this movie with her new boyfriend and she suddenly feels triggered. All of those feelings start to come back and she's feeling triggered, right? After the movie's done, she kind of lashes out at her boyfriend for something completely different than what she was triggered from, right? So now it's not even about whatever she's mad about. It's really because during that movie, she got triggered. Now she needs to release that. She's releasing it in an unhealthy way and releasing it to her new boyfriend who has no clue what's going on and what happened, because they were having a really great time, right? So that's an example of a trigger. We want to know what our triggers are, so later in life or when we're moving through life, because life doesn't slow down. Life doesn't stop when we're healing. We have to just constantly keep going and work with what we have. When we understand our triggers, we're going through our day-to-day life, doing these little things, and we suddenly get triggered. We know how to overcome it, work with it, and avoid it. Writing down your triggers is very important and vital when it comes to the healing journey. So one of the things that really has helped me when it comes to my healing journey is books. So I remember when I did start my healing journey this year, I wasn't healing from a relationship. I was more so healing from something in the past that has hurt me, stuff from my childhood, and also things within my relationship as well. When I had started my healing journey, it started by reading a book. And it started really by wanting better for myself and wanting to be a better person and wanting to change. When I had started my healing journey, I didn't know where to start. So one of the things that I remember that really made me happy as a kid was always reading. I've always read as a kid. My aunt always constantly bought me books. As you guys know in my last episode, I went to Barnes and Nobles and I spent like a couple hours in there, and I picked up the book Healing is the New High by Vex King. If you guys know who Vex King is, he's known for his first book. Can't remember the name. It was about manifestation, intention, and attracting the life that you want for yourself. Ironically, now that I'm starting my healing journey, I'm working with myself. I'm working to find out more about myself. I was like, I loved his first book. And I was like, you know what, let me give this a try. That's where my healing journey really began. I haven't finished it yet, but I wanted to share something with you. I wanted to share a technique that I had learned from the book that has actually really kicked off my healing journey. The technique is called the body scan. So he says, this particular body scan technique will do the following: create an overall experience of deep relaxation. And from there, you can feel the edges of your body and notice discomfort without being afraid of it. 2, to help you learn to tell the difference between physical discomfort that's only physical, which I believe is very rare, and physical discomfort that's connected to emotional discomfort or trauma. 3, hone your ability to recognize patterns in the way you feel, so that over time it gets easier to pin down exactly where in your body you're holding past experiences. In turn, this means you'll know which areas of your body to work with in order to release those experiences and progress along your inner healing path. Well, basically the body scan is you're closing your eyes, you're sitting in a very quiet place, you're either sitting up, laying down, and you're basically just imagining that there's a scanner scanning over your entire body. The body scan technique is bringing awareness to where you're holding your trauma in your body parts. So he has this like phrase that he says at the end: I will give my attention to the areas that have asked for my attention. I will heal what needs to be healed. So we're bringing our attention to where we feel uncomfortable and why we feel uncomfortable and where we store our trauma. And he referenced the book, The Body Keeps Score. So you want to scan your body for where we hold our trauma in. And when I did the body scan, I figured out where I held my trauma, and I held it in my hips and I held it in my toes. And I know that because a lot of the times when I'm in a tense situation or I'm in an uncomfortable situation, I tense up my toes and my hip. And when I'm out in a public area or something that triggers me, I notice that's something that I do. When I was aware of that, it really just helped me understand me more and understand my triggers more. So I definitely highly recommend you guys do the body scan technique, because it really does help you see where you keep your trauma and where you feel the most uncomfortable and when you're in an uncomfortable situation. So after you do the body scan, after you understand your triggers, you want to start taking time out of your day to start doing shadow working. And shadow working is basically asking the questions that you're afraid to ask yourself. It's like a deep, dark secret. Basically understanding yourself more, understanding why this certain thing has hurt you, why this is making you feel the way that it is, why do you resort to certain things. So it's basically asking all of those hard questions that most people won't even ask us. It's as if your therapist is asking you these questions. That's what shadow working is. So I highly recommend shadow working. Like I mentioned in my last video, shadow working, doing the body scan will definitely help you when it comes to the healing journey. And I highly recommend Healing is a New High by Vex King to help you kick off your healing journey, because it helped me kick off my healing journey. It made me really excited to want to heal. You just want it for yourself. Don't be afraid to see what's out there. Don't be afraid to see what it's like to heal, because honestly, it's very beautiful. And when we heal, we're shedding the old version of ourselves when we're healing. It's really just shedding an old version of ourselves and evolving to a new version to ourselves, into the person that we're meant to be. That's what healing is. That's what healing looks like. And don't be afraid to want to heal yourself and see what it's like. There's so much I can say about healing, and there's so many different techniques and different ways to want to heal yourself. But those are the tips that I can share with you guys that actually helped me kick off my healing journey. Basically help you start your healing journey. If you guys want more topics on healing and different versions of healing, different techniques of healing, I'll be more than happy to share all the different techniques and all the things that can help you when it comes to the healing journey. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. And if you guys are listening on Spotify, make sure to leave me a rating and let me know how you guys like this episode. Make sure to follow me on the Simply for Wellness page and follow my personal Instagram at Bridget.p. So I love you guys. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and put that notification bell on so you guys are notified every time that I post. Have a great week, everyone. Have a great day. And yeah.